gives it to Trent Barrett. Barrett will drift the ball behind Semi Tadulala. That's a good kick too. It's a terrific kick, but it just had a little too much weight behind it.
Well, I know the Wigan side came here to practice at the Stobart Stadium, and that's the one thing that perhaps could go against Wigan, is the fact that the likes of Luluai and Trent Barrett, Phil Clark, they know the JJB Stadium inside out, and yet it's got to be a disadvantage in the kicking game for them tonight.
I think the pitch length looks the same though. From when I checked it out, you know, the dimensions of the field are exactly the same as the JJB. He just kicked it a little too hard, didn't he? I think Bradford, as you say, have made a far better start to the game, and there's got to be a penalty there. In fact, no, he has changed his mind.
Yes, he first of all gave the knock on against Bradford, then he gave the penalty to Wigan, to Bradford. They're fiddling and faffing around as they play the ball.
Well, it's quite clear. The rule states, I keep mentioning it, once you've done the tackle, you've got to roll away. Not over the top of a man. Not trying to push through him. Not walk over him. Roll away.
Referee wants the second ball removing from the pitch. Talking of the pitch, Chris Patino, the stadium manager, and Dave Lewis, the groundsman here, they deserve a real pat on the back for getting this Stobart Stadium surface ready for action tonight, because they only found out on Monday that they actually would be staging this match, and the pitch had about 250 tonne of sand on it on Monday morning. This is Platt, looks for the runner, and the runner was there. It was Paul Sykes. Here now is Michael Platt.
Good defence there, it had to be as well. They utilised the man as a dummy, went right across his chest, straight into the arms of the full back.
And Deacon will try and scheme something here from deep. It's a kick to the corner, looking for Tadulala. He knocks it back. This will be a try. It'll be a try for Chris Nero.
He'll go to the screen on this one.
That ball looked as though it was knocked back in the air by Tadulala.
What a kick from Deacon, though.
It's all a question of whether the video referee, Phil Bentham, rules that this is knocked forward or backwards.
It's backwards. You're right, Eddie. You're absolutely spot on. It is a dream bounce for Nero. Looking to see if he's onside. He is. There's no problem about that. He went pretty late to Tadulala. We know he's got the speed, but that has gone backwards. I'm not so sure that he intended to do that. If he did, he's a miracle man. And the miracle man has pulled up, surely, the first try of the night. It's clearly going backwards, no momentum forwards at all. And Chris Nero, surely, has got the scoreboard clicking. And that looks quite clear to me that that has gone backwards.
Phil Bentham having a very close look at this. It's a vital, vital decision.
What was most impressive was where Chris Nero came from. When Deacon made the kick, he was 30 metres, I think, from this corner flag. But he pushed harder than any other player on the field to get there. He bought a lottery ticket, didn't know what was going to bounce in his favour.
I think the flick of the fingers over his shoulder surely indicates to the video referee, Phil Bentham, and there surely is confirmation. This will be TRY.
Well, they check the grounding from Chris Nero. They check it again to make sure there's no knock on, and they check it again, this knock back by Semi Tadulala. Certainly looked as though it was going back.
Oh, without a doubt, Eddie. I can't understand why they're taking so long about it.
Well, vital decision, Steve-O. Need every second of every minute that the video referee wants to take, and he's still not 100%, obviously.
Well, you can see that, you see the wrist bend backwards. He bends backwards and it goes behind his shoulder.
It's a massive decision, though, and Phil Bentham should take his time. He shouldn't just plunge in. He wants to be 125% sure this is right.
But it's impossible. You can't do that. You have to make a decision. The more you watch it, the less decisive you become. The ball is initially knocked backwards. I agree with Michael here next to me. That's a try for Bradford.
Well, that's our view, but the man who counts,
you know,
is Phil Bentham.
Sometimes I think these video referees look to avoid a try.
And he has.
I cannot believe that. Neither can this fella Tadulala, and the man who popped the ball down, Chris Nero. I'd like to see the look on the face of Steve McNamara. If that's not going backwards, my hair will grow tomorrow.
I got to tell you, the first time I saw this live, I thought no try. And the more times I looked at it on the screen, I agree with him. I agree with Steve McNamara. He's so disappointed. He knows that should be a try. I agree with him. The more times I saw it, the more I was convinced it was a try.
It's sometimes lazy because they don't want to go back to 10. They're having a little bit of rest on them and just sneak over and say, the referee won't see me.
Barrett did a good job. Oh, hi. There's a bit of argy-bargy between Barrett and Solomona. I was going to say Barrett did a great job then. He took Solomona down low, put him on the deck, but then something was either said or something went on in the tackle. Here is Michael Platt. And Michael Platt trying to go around Cameron Phelps. He does well, brings him down. Tajalala, the dummy half. Back here comes the Deacon. Deacon looks and gives it to Jeffries. Jeffries tries to jink his way inside Hyam. Paliasina's there as well.
Inside ball, that's what you need. Come on the angle.
Newton and Lynch. Lynch taking them on. Andy Lynch will get through the defence. And Bradford get the first try. There's no debating about that one.
A bit of fear running through their bones. They don't want to do something perhaps come up with the error, but it needs something a little bit different. Maybe just a chip over the top.
Any doubts about Glenn Morrison's fitness just dispelled completely then. Oh, and Barrett's taken out. Barrett is taken out by Andy Lynch. It's a penalty to Wigan.
And they needed something different, and it came from Trent Barrett. You called for the chip over the top. There's always an opportunity at that. Lynch certainly didn't miss him.
What was that with the ball, Tony?
And it's sufficient. Why do they do this?
Touch, mate.
They may as well just let him go, have a quick squint and see who's down there. Now he's put aside under immense pressure. He may have scored the try. He might be the person to concede one.